The University of Central Oklahoma is a thriving metropolitan campus. Over the years, Central has grown, matured, and sustained its mission. Central's story dates back before statehood, and from one decade to the next, people shaped its history. Those people are our luminaries, who inspire 125 years of the University of Central Oklahoma. This decade marks Central's humble beginnings when Oklahoma was Indian Territory. The first classes were held in November 1891. Old North was built 2 years later. Early luminaries paved the way for Central to serve as a normal school, educating and preparing future teachers. At the turn of the century, Central grew from just 23 students to nearly 500. That number more than doubled by 1907 when Oklahoma became a state. The growth brought more student clubs and sports, along with loyal alumni and supporters. This decade illustrates the enterprising spirit of our luminaries. Professors developed new courses and curriculum for Central State Teachers College. Leaders led the way for new construction, and even Old North earned her clock and chimes nearly 2 decades after she was built. Central grows to become a 4-year college, granting Bachelor of Arts and Science degrees. These luminaries created a campus that attracted students to Central from 66 Oklahoma counties and 22 states. Despite the Great Depression, Central's enrollment climbs and outpaces other state colleges. new residential dorms become part of the landscape, and in 1939, the institution is renamed Central State College. The people of Central find success on and off campus. The nation celebrates the end of World War II. The GI Bill helps veterans pursue their college education. This luminary went on to serve veterans and all of Central's students. The campus grows and expands rapidly in the 50s. In 1954, the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education allowed Central to offer a Master's of Teaching degree. That same year, Central welcomed its first African American students pursuing their Master's in Teaching. The first African American undergraduates enrolled at Central State College in 1955. They were trailblazers, along with these other luminaries of the decade. The 60s were dominated by the war in Vietnam, the fight for civil rights, and JFK's New Frontier. At Central, this decade produced graduates who returned later to give back, honoring their alma mater and those on campus. In 1971, the campus is now known as Central State University. The student population is more than 10,000, with a surge in international students. The luminaries of this decade are our servant leaders. Oklahoma's oil bust in the 80s tightened budgets but did not slow enrollment. Central accommodated students by offering evening classes. The faculty and staff are dedicated to student success. Central celebrates its centennial and a name change. On July 1, 1991, Central State becomes the University of Central Oklahoma. Visionary leaders impact this decade. Central enters the new millennium with great energy. It gains national attention and philanthropic support for its outstanding programs. More than a century later, the mission and traditions of Central remain alive. Central is a metropolitan university committed to serving the community and educating the next generation of learners, luminaries, our leaders.